Welcome to the Public Information Center for the Queen Elizabeth Way Crater River Improvement Project. This PIC is being hosted virtually by EDCO through the project website. The presentation will be available all day on August 5th, 2021. Please watch the pre-recorded presentation to learn more about the current detailed design, receive updates on the project, and submit questions to the project team. A question and answer session will be hosted through the project website from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on August 5th, 2021. Instructions on how to register for the question and answer session are available on the project website. The question and answer session will be recorded. Comments and feedback received during the Public Information Center will be maintained on file for use during the project and will become part of the public record. EDCO is a joint venture between Allenstown Corporation and Coco Paving Inc. In fall 2020, EDCO was selected by the Ministry of Transportation Ontario and Infrastructure Ontario to design, build, and finance the QEW Crater River Improvement Project. Under the Design, Build, Finance project delivery model, detailed design and construction can occur simultaneously as components of the project advance and environmental clearances are issued. EDCO is responsible for the design, construction, and financing of the entire project through a single contract. The construction team is comprised of Allenstown and Coco Paving Inc. The design team is comprised of AECOM, Golder, Pell Delta, and LEA. Responsibility for the long-term maintenance and operation of the QEW and Crater River Bridge once the project is complete will remain with MTO. The active transportation facilities and other municipal infrastructure components of the project will be transferred to the City of Mississauga as agreed for future maintenance and operation. The EDCO team is multidisciplinary, including experts in the fields of traffic, design, construction, environment, and communications. This PIC is being hosted by the communication and environmental teams, including Cameron Coleman, Communications Director, Melanie Abdi, Communications Manager, Emma Doherty, Environmental Director, Sonia Rankin, Senior Environmental Planner and Design Environmental Manager, Nicholas Brzezinski, Construction Environmental Manager. Other disciplines will participate in the Q&A session at 4 p.m. as required. The QEW Crater River Improvement Project extends approximately 2.7 kilometers long from the west of Huron-Ontario Street to the west of Mississauga Road in the City of Mississauga, region of Peel. The project limits are shown on this plan. Key landmarks of the project include Mississauga Road, the Crater River, Premium Way, State Bank Road, and the QEW Main Line. The purpose of this PIC is to present the designs for the following project components and receive feedback on the rehabilitation of the existing QEW Crater River Bridge, active transportation crossing of the Crater River, landscape design, commemorative strategy, detailed design refinements, and traffic staging. This PIC will also present project overview and timelines, and next steps. Materials related to this PIC will be available on the project website for you to review and provide comments on the PIC event and during comment period. Directions and opportunities to provide comments will be identified during this presentation and available to you through the project website. The QEW Crater River Improvement Project involves several components. EDCO has started construction of the components of the project for which detailed design was completed The design of these elements was documented in Design and Construction Report Number 2, which was made available for stakeholder review in January of 2021 and included the new QEW bridge over the Critter River and widening of the QEW mainline highway to accommodate the widening of the highway, reconfiguration of the Mississauga Road interchange with replacement of the existing bridge at Mississauga Road, realignment of local roads including Premium Way and South Sheraton Way, new active transportation bridges over the QEW, support facilities and features including utility relocations, drainage, cover and stormwater management improvements, illumination, noise walls, and advanced traffic management system. Since January 2021, EDCO has been able to advance design for the other components of the project, including works associated with rehabilitation of the existing QEW bridge over the Critter River, new active transportation bridges over the Critter River and over the QEW highway near State Bank Creek, landscape design. Initial design elements associated with the commemorative strategy have also been identified. This project is following the requirements of a Group B project under the MTO Class Environmental Assessment for Provincial Transportation Facilities, also known as the MTO Class EA process. Comments and feedback on the design being presented at this PIC are being collected to assist EDCO and MTO to meet the requirements of the MTO Class EA and the Ontario Environmental Assessment Act. The background and timeline for this project spans many years and builds on the initial study completed by MTO in 2013. Highlights of the project timeline are shown here and include completion of a Group B preliminary design and Class EA study in 2013. This study was documented in the Transportation Environmental Study Report, also known as the TESR. Additional review of the project, design and consultation with stakeholders by MTO in 2017 and 2018. Selection of the design, build, finance model to deliver the project in 2019. A 5-year EA review of the 2013 TESR and filing of the Design and Construction Report Number 1 for advanced works in the Critter River in July 2021. EDCO's involvement in the project began in fall 2020 when we were selected to design, build, and finance the project. One of our first tasks was filing of Design and Construction Report Number 2 for stakeholder review and comment in January 2021. Environmental clearance for DCR2 work was first issued in March of 2021, allowing for construction of project elements detailed in DCR2 to begin. Construction by EDCO then started in April 2021. Hosting the Public Information Center on August 5, 2021 is our current status. Moving forward, EDCO will prepare a third design and construction report to document detailed design of the project components being presented at this PIC. Environmental clearance for DCR3 is anticipated to be issued in fall/winter of 2021. It's important to know that environmental clearance is only issued when all comments have been resolved and all permits associated with the work have been obtained. Key environmental constraints within the project limits include the Critter River Bridge, which is a heritage structure with local significance, the QEW, which was Canada's first superhighway, dedicated in 1939 and officially opened in 1940. The Critter River provides direct fish habitat to a wide range of fish species and also the American eel, which is a sensitive species protected under the Species at Risk Act. The river valley also contains sensitive wetlands, habitat for turtles and other wildlife, and provides a corridor for wildlife movement. The river valley and other areas in the corridor also provide foraging and breeding ground for sensitive species, including bats, birds, and plants. From a socioeconomic and landscape perspective, the river is used for recreational sports, from kayaking to fishing. The landscape of the project limits is important to those who live in the nearby neighborhoods, as well as those who visit and commute through the area on the highway and local roads. EDCO is committed to protecting the environment during design and construction of the project, and has developed and implemented several environmental management plans. The various environmental plans identify protection measures such as fencing, signage, and exclusionary measures to ensure wildlife cannot enter work areas and workers do not enter sensitive natural areas. Identify timing restrictions, limiting work to certain seasons or times of day so as to minimize potential impacts. Monitoring requirements to ensure work is being completed in accordance with the management plans and regulatory standards and specifications. And inspection requirements to ensure that protection measures are working effectively and identify any measures in need of repair. These plans will be in effect throughout the project and update continuously by EDCO. The major work to rehabilitate the existing bridge will be to replace the existing bridge deck and barrier walls. This work will be initiated in 2023, once traffic has been shifted to the new QEW Quitter River Bridge. Rehabilitation work includes removal and replacement of the deck and floor beams in the main and approach spans of the bridge, construction of new concrete barrier walls, replacement of the existing double joints with single jointed expansion joints, and removal of the abutment joints, rehabilitation of the concrete substructure, including the arch ribs, spandrel columns, piers, wing walls, and abutment, as well as installation of transparent noise barrier. Upon completion of the rehabilitation works, the existing bridge will have a transparent noise barrier wall, which is not visible on this cross-section, but will be installed on the outside of the bridge along the eastbound lanes. The noise wall will be mounted on the outside of the barrier walls. The ER lights reinstated on south side of the bridge along the eastbound lanes. The ER lights that were previously on the north side of the bridge along the westbound lanes will be installed on the north side of the new bridge to recreate the existing view of the lights arching over the highway corridor, similar to what you see now. The positioning of the lights will be such that the vertical frame post for the noise barrier wall will not obstruct the view of the light poles. As noted previously, a key heritage element of the project is the QEW Quitter River Bridge, which was identified as a provincial heritage property of provincial significance by the MTO under the Ontario Heritage Act in September 2009. Construction of this major transportation route between Toronto and Hamilton was one of the most influential highway developments in Ontario's history, with the Quitter River Bridge being the first major structure to be built along the corridor. As can be seen in this image of the bridge, the QEW Quitter River Bridge served as an excellent example of a spandrel arch bridge in Ontario, and it is the longest of the first 4 bridges to be built along the initial portion of the QEW. As part of this project, a heritage attribute monitoring plan has been developed to guide the design and construction for the rehabilitation of the QEW bridge to best retain and protect heritage elements of the existing bridge. In order to retain the heritage attributes of the structure, rehabilitation work includes preserving and repairing the existing piers, arch ribs, and spandrel columns, piers and wing walls, ensuring new concrete-related works match the existing concrete. EDCO has hired a specialist with proven experience in the repair of historic concrete to monitor construction activities related to rehabilitation of the existing QEW Quitter River Bridge. This 3D rendering illustrates the existing and new QEW Quitter River Bridge. The view here is facing upstream toward the QEW crossing of the Quitter River, with the existing QEW Quitter River Bridge in the foreground and pier elements of the new twin bridge in the background. As you can see, the new bridge retains a wide opening across the river by having piers on the banks of the river and matches the length and height of the original bridge to retain the aesthetic elements of the crossing. The location of the new active transportation crossing is also shown on the underside of the existing bridge. There are two active transportation crossings included in the QEW Quitter River Improvement Project. The north-south active transportation crossing will cross the QEW highway near State Bank Creek and was previously documented in DCR2. The east-west active transportation crossing visible on the previous slide will cross the Quitter River underneath the existing QEW Quitter River Bridge. This east-west crossing is possible through retrofitting an existing maintenance structure, and it will be connected to the multi-use pathway on both sides of the river. Design of the east-west active transportation crossing includes pole-mounted lights to give visibility at night and during low light conditions, protective picket barrier with guardrails and handrails. The picket barrier will provide safety while still permitting views of the river and valley. The deck service will provide a stable and accessible service for walking, running, cycling, and mobility assistive devices. The picket and railing system along the outside will provide safety to those traveling along the bridge, while creating an open view of the river, valley, and the structural elements of the QEW Heritage Bridge. Design details for the east-west active transportation crossing will be defined in the DCR3 and made available for public review. Landscaping and ecological restoration will offset the impacts of construction and related activities on existing environment, with a design intended to support new natural communities that provide seamless connections for wildlife and other stakeholders in the area. The landscaping design has been informed by field investigations to confirm existing conditions related to invasive species, any species at risk, and rare plants. Environmental protection measures to restabilize environmentally sensitive areas, such as the banks of watercourses. Restoration plantings in areas of environmental sensitivity. Landscape planning, which includes deliberate use of plantings and landscape architecture to protect and enhance ecologically significant areas. Wildlife planning, which involve planning the work and landscaping or ecological restoration to minimize impacts to wildlife and restore areas as soon as possible. Monitoring during construction to ensure measures and design adapt to any changes in design or construction, and post-construction to ensure successful establishment of the plantings and vegetation. This slide shows the landscape treatments for the area in the vicinity of the Mississauga Road interchange, including plantings and landscape design in areas of the project where vegetation was removed during construction. Landscape plantings for the wet pond, which is the stormwater management facility within the Mississauga Road interchange. The multi-use trail will have landscape plantings integrated with the trail and provide seating opportunities at regular intervals. Commemorative displays will be installed along the trail, with one commemorative topic to be installed near the trailhead at Mississauga Road. This slide shows landscape treatments along Premium Way, including plantings within the Critter River Valley in recognition of wildlife passage and habitat requirements along the floodplain, including restoration for wetland communities. Landscape plantings within the dry pond. Plantings and landscape design from the Critter River and to the project limits to restore areas where vegetation was removed during construction. Commemorative displays will be installed along the trail, with one display located near the trailhead at State Bank Road and Premium Way. Landscape designs and the selection of plant types have been selected in consultation with the City and Hydro One and will incorporate native plant species consistent with those recommended by the Critter Valley Conservation Authority. This image is a rendering of the proposed landscape design along Premium Way. Here we can see proposed green spaces, shrubs and trees, which will improve the overall aesthetics of the area with natural features. The plantings along Premium Way will have downing serviceberry, which is a deciduous tree species. Shrubs will include bush honeysuckle, meadow rose, maple leaf, viburnum, and winterberry. And the ground surface will be seeded with the Critter Valley Conservation Upland Native Meadow Mix, which will include black-eyed Susan, goldenrod, hard-leaved and New England asters, and open field sedge. The ministry developed the conceptual commemorative strategy through 2 workshops with key stakeholders to discuss heritage features, suggest topics of commemoration, and consider locations where the commemorative features could be situated within the project limits. The environmental features recommended as subjects to commemorate included the QEW Critter River Bridge, indigenous significance of the area, and the natural environment. The content and design of the commemorative installations is still being refined. Additional details of the commemorative strategy will be provided in DCR 3, which will be made available for stakeholder review. Locations recommended for the commemorative strategy elements include the placement of individual topic displays at 4 locations along the active transportation trail between Mississauga Road and Premium Way and crossing over the Critter River. As shown in red, the first location is within a pedestrian plaza near the Mississauga Road trailhead. The second and third locations are to be mounted displays on the active transportation bridge over the Critter River. The fourth location is within a pedestrian plaza near the edge of the river valley, an open area associated with the landscaped stormwater management pond. In addition to the commemorative displays, aesthetic treatments will be integrated with north-south active transportation crossing of the QEW. Based on suitable space and visibility, the proposed aesthetics treatments will be incorporated on the north-south active transportation at the retaining wall for the pathway ramp along Premium Way, which will be visible to pedestrians along the local trail and as you travel south on State Bank Road before making the turn onto Premium Way. The other location involves placement of treatments on ramp elements on the south side of the QEW for people entering from the State Bank Road access of the bridge crossing. EDCO is working with the City of Mississauga to confirm the location and design of the aesthetic treatments. Additional details regarding the aesthetic treatments will be provided in DCR 3, which will be made available for stakeholder review. The design for the culvert at State Bank Creek, which known as C6, has changed since DCR number 2 was published in January 2021. The design change was necessary to accommodate the criteria for the Trans-Northern pipelines that runs parallel along the north side of Permian Way. The refinements to C6 design result in shorter culvert, allowing for more open channel than the previous design. EDCO's design incorporates natural channel designs and takes into consideration drainage, fluvial, and fisheries elements to minimize impacts to fish and fish habitat. EDCO has consulted with the Department of Fisheries and Oceans to obtain a revised approval under the Fishery Act for this refinement. The construction schedule identifies the construction timing for key elements of the project. Work is underway throughout the project limits, having started in April of 2021 for design components documented in DCR 2. Construction of the new bridge of the Critter River will finish in 2023 to allow traffic to be shifted off the existing QEW Critter River Bridge so that rehabilitation work may proceed while maintaining traffic in both directions through the project limits. Temporary traffic restrictions are required to allow for work to occur safely. They can also allow for work to be completed quicker, resulting in less overall impact. Current traffic restrictions include Permian Way long-term closure, summer to fall 2021. Direct access to Permian Way and the few neighboring streets properties will be temporarily closed to local traffic. Access will be provided via either State Bank Road or Harbor Road, depending on the construction stage. QEW westbound on-ramp and Mississauga Road closure, summer to mid-fall 2023. On-ramp traffic will be detoured to Aaron Mills QEW interchange via North Sheridan Way. The detour will be signed during the closure of the on-ramp to QEW westbound. Mississauga Road, North and South Sheridan Way, summer to mid-fall 2021. Mississauga Road reduced to 1 lane in each direction. All intersection movements at Mississauga Road and South Sheridan Way will be maintained. Future traffic restrictions will include temporary closure of Mississauga Crescent to Mississauga Road southbound traffic, northbound right-in, right-out only. QEW eastbound on-ramp from Mississauga Road will be closed. QEW eastbound access via South Sheridan Way. Nightly lane closures of the QEW and on and off ramps at Mississauga Road. We encourage you to sign up to receive advance information related to traffic restrictions. To sign up and learn more about temporary traffic impacts, visit the project website at qwquitterriver.ca. We apologize in advance for any inconvenience or delays these traffic impacts may cause during construction on this important infrastructure project. Following this PIC, we will respond to comments received during the PIC period, which is from August 5th to September 2nd. Consider the comments and questions as the design is being finalized. Ongoing consultation and engagement with indigenous communities and key stakeholders. obtain the necessary environmental permits and approvals to undertake the works. Prepare design and construction report number 3 that will be made available for a 30-day public and agency review period. Notification of the review period for DCR 3 will be published in local newspapers, posted on the project website, and sent to the project contact list. Upon completion of the review period for DCR number 3 and receipt of environmental approvals, environmental clearance will be issued. Your input is an important part of this process. Submit a question or comment and stay involved and receive updates as the study progresses. Comments on the information presented at this PIC are requested by September 2nd, 2021. Please visit our website or contact us through one of the options shown here, and don't forget to register for the Q&A session being held at 4 p.m. on August 5th. We appreciate the time you have taken to learn more about the QEW Quitter River Improvement Project.